Hello and welcome to KMTV. I'm Ben Kennedy. Your top stories tonight. Man resuscitated after being pulled from the sea. Warning for sunbathers. And the cutest footage we think you'll see this month. But first tonight, a teenager who totted up 54 points on his provisional driving licence and got banned for a year has been caught behind the wheel again. 19-year-old Paul Christie from Higham was caught driving just 16 days after his year-long ban. Police officers followed the teen as he drove to Sean Woods Country Park near Strood. Christie hasn't passed his driving test yet. He's clocked up more than quadruple the number of points permitted before a licence is suspended. He's previously been convicted of 10 counts of driving without insurance and a further 10 of driving without a licence. He has also admitted 10 charges of driving off without paying for fuel at petrol stations across Medway, Gravesham and Dartford. Now he's been sent to prison for 56 days and banned for a further 25 months. A man's been fighting for his life after being rescued from the sea in Sheppey by lifeguards. It's believed he'd been fishing from a boat with another man when it sank yesterday. A lifeguard plunged into the water and paddled 300 metres on his surfboard to reach the man who was unconscious and not breathing. Police, ambulance and RNLI crews were called to the beach off Laysdown just before 6 last night. Witnesses commended young lifeguard Jordan Box, with one saying he deserved a medal. Now, weather-wise, it has hardly been a great summer so far, and your sun cream has probably been gathering dust in the medicine cabinet. But pharmacists are still warning Kent sun seekers of the health risks associated with overexposure to harmful rays. Henry Sandercock has more.
The sun is both our friend and our enemy. It grows our food and keeps us warm, but it also melts our ice cream. However, all levity aside, its rays have a sinister edge. While it is a life giver, it is also killing those of us who bask for too long in its glow. Skin cancer is becoming increasingly common. Now, the sun has most certainly not been shining here in Gravesend today, which means that the risk of overexposure to our closest star is almost nil. However, pharmacies like the one behind me are warning that we here in Britain ought to be a little bit more liberal with the use of our sun cream.
Here at the pharmacy we've decided to do the mole scanning service. The reason we've chosen this service is because skin cancer is now the 5th most common cancer in the UK. We use a scan called the Cyscope, and what that allows us to do is to take a high definition picture of the mole, which then gets sent off to a specialist. So a consultant would look at it and analyse it and produce a report that goes directly to you as a patient and also to your GP.
I spoke to one shopkeeper in Gravesend who underwent the scan only to be told a few days later that she had developed skin cancer.
If something's not right and you know it's not right and it doesn't feel right, go and get it checked. That's all I can say, because if people can die from this, you know, people can die from a skin cancer, and if you have it for a very long time, then you're more of a chance of dying from it. I was so naive in thinking that, oh, if you put sun lotion on, then you're not going to get brown, you're not going to get brown. You do. It just stops this kind of stuff from happening.
While the sun is currently hiding behind persistent rain clouds, we should all remember to dollop on the Factor 50 ready for its return. This is Henry Sandercock for KMTV in Gravesend.
Now, it's been just less than 3 weeks now since David Cameron announced he was standing down as Prime Minister following the Brexit vote. And today, Mr Cameron chaired his last ever cabinet meeting. Theresa May will be taking over as Prime Minister from tomorrow, after he tenders his resignation to the Queen after Prime Minister's questions. Speaking outside Parliament today, Mrs May says she promises to build a better Britain and to make the UK's exit from the EU a success. The KM's political editor, Paul Francis, takes a look at the challenges the new PM will face.
Well, the removal men have been busy at Downing Street today, taking away David Cameron's belongings, getting ready for the installation of a new Prime Minister, Theresa May. Not quite game over for David Cameron just yet. Tomorrow he'll be holding his last PMQ session in Westminster, and it's after that moment he officially steps down as Prime Minister and Theresa May will take over. Now, one of the interesting challenges and issues for Theresa May will be appointing her new cabinet. and it'll be interesting to see whether any Kent MPs get a call. One of the issues for Theresa May is trying to balance her cabinet so there are enough Brexiteer representatives in it alongside those who campaigned to remain in the EU. And it'll be interesting to see whether she appoints a minister from the Brexiteer camp to steer the negotiations over the UK leaving the EU.
But away from Westminster, what do people really think of Theresa May? We went to Chatham to hear what people had to say about the woman set to be their next Prime Minister.
I think she probably is a very hard-working person. I don't vote in that way, but I just feel that the country needs good, strong leadership and needs someone that a good number of people can back.
Another Maggie Thatcher, and as far as the working man's concerned, she'll rub him right into the ground like she did the coal miners. And the working man, the working poor, will come second. She will look after the well-to-do, the rich, and she's a second Maggie Thatcher, and God help us all.
I think she'll be alright. I think she'll be like Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was a very good woman, and I think it'll be time to have a next woman as Prime Minister, and I think she'll be really good as we're doing the next Prime Minister, yeah.
And finally, an orphaned baby bird looks set to become an internet sensation after being taken under the wing of a 2-year-old boxer dog called Rusty. The chick, believed to be either a thrush or a blackbird that fell out of its nest in Sheppey, has been dubbed Bird Dog after appearing to become great friends with the pet. The pair have become inseparable and are starting to attract attention online after several videos of them seemingly entranced by each other's presence were uploaded to Facebook. Rusty now has his own social media page on the site, giving updates on how the friendship is continuing to blossom. Very cute. Well, that's all from us for this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow with all the latest stories from across Kent. In the meantime, don't forget, we're always working hard over at KentOnline.co.uk, or you can tune in to KMFM. But for now, from all of us here, have a great evening.